Alright, to reinstall everything on your lower, the first thing you need to do is put your magazine release in, make sure your plunger's in there and the little spring inside that. I took a 3/32 punch, hold it in there, then you want to take your trigger plunger and put it back in the hole where it belongs. Alright, next step, take your trigger, and we're going to need a slave pin for this to install this spring before we put it in the gun. Alright, so here's the orientation of your spring. Short leg goes inside the trigger. What you want to do is push it down until all that lines up. And I just use a old, I think this is a trigger bar pin for this part, for up here, just so it still fits inside the frame. And you just want to use it like a slave pin. You want to make sure that's flush so it fits inside the frame. Alright, that drops in like so. You want to make sure that pin sits in the groove, or the spring sits in the groove right there. Now the hard part is we have to drive our pin through all of this with the spring and knock the slave pin out the other side. Once you get the pin all the way through, make sure it's evened up on both sides. Alright, now we can start putting the hammer assembly back. Take our hammer spring, drop that in the hole where it goes. Take our hammer assembly. This disconnector is a Bolo from Patriot Defense. Goes in like so. Take the hammer pin. Pushes in. Like so. Take the retaining pin. Carefully slide it in. Alright, next comes the sear. Take our upper. Line up the holes. Yeah, I almost forgot. You gotta make sure that the sear pin or the sear spring is in that little recess, or the slot will actually get stuck and you'll have a hell of a time getting it off. There we go.